Okay, Sweat and Smilers, I've got a recipe for you. You know I'm a coffee addict. I love Starbucks, but I don't really love the ingredients that go in Starbucks. And I don't know if you've tried the cold cream with the pumpkin spice flavoring over the cold coffee. Don't try it if you haven't tried it, because it's amazing and it's addictive and it is full of crap you don't need, including a whole lot of sugar. So a friend of mine sent me a recipe for a healthier version, and then I tweaked it a little, and I'm gonna go ahead and show it to you now. It takes a little prep, but then like once you've got it prepped, you have 6 servings that you can keep in the fridge, and then it's super fast. So I've got my little stovetop here, and I'm gonna do half a cup of heavy cream and half a cup of whatever milk substitute you prefer. I'm using walnut milk at the moment, a vanilla walnut milk, but you can use whatever you want. Coconut milk is really good for this because it's got that thick consistency. If you are dairy free, then I would say do all canned coconut milk, or you can get whatever your favorite half gallon is. So I got that, and then I've got a tablespoon of pumpkin puree. Make sure it's pumpkin puree and not pumpkin pie puree, because that's got a lot of sugar added to it. So pumpkin puree, pure pumpkin. I'm just gonna stir that in. 2 teaspoons of pumpkin pie spice, which you can either buy all together or you can make your own. It's really not that big of a deal. And then I love cinnamon, so I have this ground Saigon cinnamon from Costco, and I'm just adding an extra teaspoon. So I really like that seasonal punch of flavor. All right, so once I get all of this mixed in with the cinnamon and the puree, I'm gonna cook it for about 2 minutes until all that gets in. Let that go. Sometimes you gotta scoop it to get the cinnamon to get in there. And make sure you got all the pumpkin puree in there. You have to cook this, otherwise your coffee will just taste like pumpkin puree, which in itself is not very flavorful. So once you cook it, then the flavors come out and you also get that nice consistency. So instead of sugar, I am going to use real maple syrup. Make sure it's real maple syrup, not corn syrup that is flavored like maple syrup. It's gonna be more expensive. It's still much better for you. This has some wonderful nutrients to it, and it's got that lovely full sweet flavor, so it really adds to the flavor here. So I'm only using 1/3 cup, which is still way less sweetener than you're gonna get at Starbucks. If you are on a keto diet or if you're diabetic, then you could use some monk fruit or even some of like the brown sugar swerve, but that stuff's really expensive, and honestly I prefer the natural sweeteners. So I like the maple syrup in mine. If I was making it for a family member that was diabetic, then I would use monk fruit. So I'm gonna cook this for just a minute or 2. That's essentially it. Then I'm gonna strain it through, I have like a little tea strainer, and I'll just strain it through that. And then I stuck it in my jar and put it in my fridge. So here's what you do when you're ready. Oh my gosh, that smells so good. It's like a fall pancakey, cinnamony, amazing flavor. When you're ready to take this off of the heat, you're gonna add a little bit of vanilla, but you wanna wait until you're ready to turn it off. So when you're ready to serve it, you just put a little bit of your serving in there. This makes 6 servings. Put a little bit of your serving in a jar and shake it up. If you have a milk frother and you're super fancy, then go ahead and use a milk frother. I use jars for everything because it's more fun. And you get an arm workout while you're at it. All right, and this is how easy it is. Oh my gosh, I wish y'all could smell this. Okay, here is my ice and my pretty straw. Don't forget the pretty straw. And I just bought a can of cold coffee, cold brew coffee. You can make your own cold brew coffee, but it needs to sit in the fridge. It's not something you can make and then immediately use, and I tend to be impatient. So there's my coffee. Froth this up just a little bit more. I'm excited. The great thing is now I get to drink this because I'm about to go do all the kid pickup drop-off afternoon craziness. And now I'll have some fancy coffee to go with it. All right, smells wonderful. And then you just pour it slowly in. Start with pouring it on the sides. And then that's it. You don't stir it. And it will trickle down to flavor your coffee, and it's delicious. So let me know if you try it. I think it's wonderful. It's definitely a lot healthier and cheaper than the Starbucks stuff, and you get a really fancy straw. Enjoy. Don't forget to sweat and smile. And I'll be bringing you a lot more meals and side dishes and desserts to prep for Thanksgiving. Talk to you soon. Bye.